Let's do some politics now. And the opposition NDC has thrown a challenge to the General Secretary of the governing New Patriotic Party, John Boadu, to clear his name in the 500 missing excavator scandal. John Boadu, in a secret tape that emerged in the wake of that controversy, was mentioned by Ekowusi, the then chairman of the NPP in the Central Region, as one of those who benefited from the seized excavators as part of the fight against Galamsey under the former Minister for Environment, Professor John Boadu. Last week, the NPP's General Secretary held a news conference to question John Mahama's locus to speak about corruption and for his call for accountability.
On corruption, former President Mahama has said without proof that the NPP has stolen Ghana's money and that he can ensure accountability through elections. This is extremely rich, coming from a party credited with the Supreme Court of Ghana, with the ability to create, loot, and share public funds with impunity. Is Mahama of government official 1 infamy and the Ford vehicle from Canezo contractors talking about corruption? Is that the same Mahama whose government signed into a half-baked contract of $1.6 billion for the Ghana retail payment system infrastructure? Sifting Switch Systems Limited have just lost an arbitration demand for $478 million from Ghana for revoking that agreement. The Akufo-Addo administration did a far more enhanced project for only $4.2 million. They were requiring $1.2 billion. We only used $4.5 million to do that project. And they didn't even care. They went ahead to demand that we should pay them an arbitration fee of $478 million, and the court had ruled against them. This is the same Mahama who was asked on an international media platform whether he was corrupt, and he replied, in which capacity? As a human being? We all know that, unlike President Akufo-Addo, candidate John Mahama cannot and has not been able to make any bold statement to tout his incorruptibility because of his personal involvement in a lot of the corruption scandals that plague his administration.
Today, the NDC says John Boadu has no moral authority to speak on issues of corruption. The communications officer of the NDC, Sami Jemfi, explains why.
Till date, none of the 500 excavators, gold, and the other equipment seized from illegal miners by the illegal mining tax force established by President Akufo-Addo have been accounted for. You would recall that when the missing excavator scandal broke, the then Minister for Environment, Professor John Boadu, accused the NPP Regional Vice Chairman for the Central Region, Mr. Ekowusi, of stealing these excavators and filed a criminal complaint with the police to that effect, whereupon Ekowusi was arrested. Subsequent to this arrest, a videotape recording emerged which captured 2 individuals in a heated argument about how the seized excavators were distributed to officials and functionaries of the ruling New Patriotic Party and the Akufo-Addo government on grounds that their party needs money, in quotes, party Nyesika. In that tape, Ekowusi was heard mentioning the man who likes to accuse everyone of corruption, their General Secretary John Boadu, as one of the NPP bigwigs who were giving some of the seized excavators for his illegal mining businesses. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is the height of hypocrisy, or perhaps sheer impudence, driven by the intoxications of political power, for this same John Boadu to mount a moral horse and talk about corruption today. We are calling on John Boadu and other NPP functionaries who are alleged to be neck deep in the destruction of our forests and water bodies through their illegal mining activities to come out and clear their solid reputations first, before gathering the moral high ground to pontificate about corruption.
He also warns that a future NDC government will hold the Agric Minister, the Health Minister, and the Finance Minister and all other government officials named in various corruption scandals to account.
So alarming and pervasive as corruption become under the watch of President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia, that even fertilizer worth millions of Ghana cedis, meant for farmers under their much-touted Planting for Food and Jobs program, have been stolen and smuggled outside the country by some greedy elements in the ruling MPP. Fertilizer to their stealing. When the Minister of Agriculture was asked about this, he shamelessly told the nation that these tons of fertilizer were stolen and smuggled by camels and donkeys to Burkina Faso. Hence, government's inability to question or arrest the perpetrators of this broad daylight robbery. Only in Ghana, and I repeat, only in Ghana, can such cock and bull stories be entertained for a minute by public officials. However, let this message get to the Agric Minister and others who are milking the nation through shady deals under the Planting for Food and Jobs program, that we are watching with eagle eyes, and we shall hold them to account one by one.
The NDC says it has a solution to what it describes as the unprecedented corruption under the Akufo-Addo government.
We, the good people of this country, who still have our conscience and integrity intact, have a duty to unborn generations to rescue our beloved country from the clutches of this incompetent, inept, dishonest, nepotistic, and corrupt Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP government, and restore her back to the path of development, accountability, inclusivity, and true progress. This is why President Mahama is calling on all of us to kick these greedy thieves out of office in 2024, to afford the next NDC administration the opportunity to hold them accountable for their many corrupt acts. We cannot afford to give them 4 more years to steal more and to cover up and enjoy their loot, while majority of us continue to wallow in squalor and abject poverty. Regime change is the only hope we have of holding President Akufo-Addo, Dr. Bawumia, and the appointees accountable for their stewardship.